What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a brand new video. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Today we're going to be reviewing these Diamond Racing products, which are the rear sets that I have on this Daytona 660. I didn't consider that a lot of you guys were going to want to ask me for my personal opinion on how I felt these race sets. So it's been about 2 weeks since I've installed them, so I decided let's go on a ride. Let me tell you the differences that I noticed right off the bat and the differences I noticed once I actually started using this. Yesterday I went on a 6-hour ride. I recorded it, but I didn't necessarily record it for this video. I just recorded it just to have the video because we went through some amazing sceneries. So I may play some of that, but let's go ahead and let me give you my honest feedback and opinion about this set. Just keep in mind that every set's going to be different depending on your height and your leg length. Like I said before, I'm about 5'8", 5'8 and a half. I believe I'm usually 5'9", but I'm usually wearing shoes when they tell me that, so I believe I'm around 5'8 or 5'8 and a half. But regardless, let's get on the bike. We'll go through one road that I know has some twisties. We'll try to push her to the limit and show you guys what I personally think. But spoiler alert, I think honestly this absolutely transforms the way your bike feels, because it gave me a ton more confidence to actually be able to cut the corners and cut the curves, while before the stock ones did not do that for me. So let's go ahead, jump on the bike, and let's get it going. Alright, let's go through first gear. So a couple of things I want to touch right off the bat based on my experience. So I've used this bike more with normal shoes than these race boots, and because of that, the way these sets work, the actual peg that you shift up and or hit the brake are significantly slimmer in diameter. So what that means is that when you go to shift, like this little peg right here is less wide, which means it has less contact area with your foot wherever it is. On the race boots it doesn't matter, but when I'm wearing soft like Converse or Vans type shoes, it kind of, after enough shifts, it hurts because that surface area is so small that it feels like you're pushing up on a needle. So that's one thing to keep in mind, that if you guys use a lot of streetwear shoes that don't have any protection or any reinforcement there where you shift up, that can be a concern. Because for me, what I would want to do is honestly wrap it with like some twine, something to make it just slightly thicker. And I think honestly that would solve that issue. So my honest opinion from the rides I've been on is these rear sets make a night and day difference for me personally. And I want to emphasize me personally because they may be great for me and they may be terrible for you, because every person's experience is very, very different in my opinion. That said though, yeah, I mean, it pushes my leg enough, if you watch the video of me installing it when I first got on the bike, that I actually feel the tank pads that I installed on the bike. I can actually use them. And when I'm cutting through corners, like right now I'm going to start cutting through this one just a tad bit, but there's a car coming. Like right now I am excessively off the bike. My whole left and right butt cheek is not even touching the bike, and honestly I'm doing it over excessively for this part of the video, because before I feel like I cannot do that confidently. Like I'm literally leg off, and then this other leg is using the tank pack to the full ability. And before, one gripe of mine is I believe the tank pads were about 60 to 80 bucks, and for that much I would want to use them. I feel like I paid for them. Why can I not get the use out of them? So it feels like I bought something for absolutely no reason, which is a little annoying. But now with the new rear pegs, it definitely puts my feet in a position to be able to use them. Like right now I'm touching, not all of it, I can feel the bottom part of it, while before I felt nothing. So I definitely have to say it's a night and day difference. So let's go through that one more time. Bring her around, foot out, just to make sure we don't drop it. Alright. And then in the sections where I'm going to be showing you the videos of me cutting through the twisties out on the open, again, it just gives you and builds that confidence that you are one with the bike. And honestly, for full transparency, it still gets me tired. In that video that I'm showing, I think I was riding for 6 hours. After a while, on the stock sets and even this set, my knees would eventually get stiff and I would have to stretch them out. That still happens with these, and I would almost argue to say that this happens a little bit more with this set, that my knees start to cramp up a little bit. But that is the price to pay when you're speaking about having what is the word I'm looking for? It's the price to pay when, sorry, I'm fully focusing on this section of the road. I would say that's a price to pay when you're wanting to become one with a bike, because like I said, I feel like the rear sets, the stock ones, left something to be desired, you know? Like, for me personally, I didn't feel like I was one with the bike. So again, that's one of the prices to pay. But if you ask for my personal opinion, would I recommend these specific rear sets? I would give it a solid 9.5 out of 10, that it is a game changer. And the only part that I can't give it a 10 out of 10 is everyone's application is very different. You know, my seating position and where my legs need to be are not going to be the same as yours, because if you have longer legs or shorter legs, your style of driving or what you need in order to be able to be happy on your ride are going to be significantly different. So that's the only reason I say a 9.5 out of 10. But anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys enjoyed this honest feedback, because again, I did use them for a good stretch, so I know what it feels like to actually have them and use them for a very long time. And I think anyone who ends up buying this, you will not be disappointed at all. But regardless, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, if you guys enjoyed, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. And as always, you guys gotta grind to shine. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.